Today is an extraordinarily important day. It is a day of immense importance to the families of these 48 men and women who have given their lives to our nation since 1947. From 4 brave men who lost their lives on HMAS Warrnambool in 1947, clearing sea mines from the Second World War, through to and including Beau Prideaux only a couple of years ago. From this day on, this nation will honour men and women who wear the uniform of the Royal Australian Navy, Army and Air Force, who lose their lives in our name if they are sent by the Government of Australia into war, humanitarian, peacekeeping or other operations. Charles Bean was the founder of the memorial, and he regarded that in death all men and all women were equal, and there was no rank, no military honours to be recognised. And what the Council of the Memorial has done today in honouring these men and women is consistent with Charles Bean's vision. Today we have crossed a threshold for these 48 families, for the Australian War Memorial, for the families of this nation who give their sons and daughters with pride to the Australian Defence Force, and we've also crossed the threshold as a nation. We remain true to the vision of the War Memorial's founder, Charles Bean. Here is their spirit in the heart of the land they loved, and here we guard the record which they themselves made. Sergeant Arthur Jack Miller, 14th Australian Works and Park Squadron, 4th September 1947. Flight Lieutenant Cyril Hans Nissen, 77th Squadron, 4th September 1947. Stoker Rolf John Garrett, HMAS Warrnambool, 13th September 1947. Ordinary Seaman John Herbert Highland, HMAS Warrnambool, 13th September 1947. Signaller Norman Lloyd Lott, HMAS Warrnambool, 13th September 1947. Able Seaman Donald Bain Sig, HMAS Warrnambool, 17th September 1947. Flight Lieutenant Mel Joseph Quinn, 24th Squadron, attached to the Royal Air Force, 22nd March 1949. Lieutenant Kenneth Richard Roberts, British Commonwealth Occupational Force Signals Regiment, 30th July 1950. Telegraphist William John Davis, HMAS Murchison, 10th January 1954. Leading aircraftman Maxwell James Hennessy, 78th Fighter Wing, 18th January 1954. Private Ronald James Lee, 2nd Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 5th February 1954. Lance Corporal Albert William Haynes, 2nd Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 6th February 1954. Private James Arthur Carter, Reinforcement Holding Unit, 23rd February 1954. Chief Petty Officer Alan Spencer Hawken, HMAS Sydney, 6th March 1954. Leading electrical mechanic Kenneth William Nelson, HMAS Sydney, 6 March 1954. Private George James Stanley Innes, Reinforcement Holding Unit, 2nd May 1954. Pilot Officer Henry Dudley Andrews, 77 Squadron, 31st May 1954. Squadron Leader Ronald James William Sharkey, 78 Fighter Wing, 10th June 1954. Private Brian Charles Waller, 1st Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 25th July 1954. Captain Garth George Jarman, 3rd Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 27th July 1954. Private James Edgar Coatsworth, Reinforcement Holding Unit, 19th August 1954. Private John Roden Kane, 3rd Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 20th August 1954. Lieutenant John Edward Callias, Headquarters British Commonwealth Forces, Korea, 16th September 1954. Flight Sergeant Evan Price Rees, 78 Fighter Wing, 3rd February 1955. Private Ian Percy Bevis, 1st Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 2nd January 1956. Signalman Clive Joseph MacArthur, British Commonwealth Base Signals Regiment, 30th January 1956. Corporal John Noel, Commonwealth Contingent Signal Squadron, 24th November 1956. Volunteer Lionel Aubrey Tucker, 101st Field Battery, RAA, 26th February 1961. Lieutenant General Robert Harold Nimmo, Staff Corps, 4th January 1966. Second Lieutenant Kevin Damien Joseph Shoppy, 1st Aviation Regiment, 29 November 1973. Flight Lieutenant Ralph Nigel Keith Taylor, 9th Squadron, 29 July 1977. Captain Peter James McCarthy, Royal Australian Corps of Transport, 12th January 1988. Major Susan Lee Felch, Royal Australian Army Medical Corps, 21st June 1993. Lance Corporal Sean Lewis, 145th Signal Squadron, 20th May 2000. Private Jamie Clark, 3rd Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 10th March 2005. Leading Seaman Scott Andrew Charles Bennett, HMAS Peninsula, 2nd April 2005. Lieutenant Matthew Peter Davey, HMAS Peninsula, 2nd April 2005. Lieutenant Matthew Philip Goodall, HMAS Peninsula, 2nd April 2005. Sergeant Wendy Elizabeth Jones, Air Transportable Health Squadron, Amley, 2nd April 2005. Lieutenant Paul John Kimlin, HMAS Peninsula, 2nd April 2005. Lieutenant Jonathan Curlewis King, HMAS Peninsula, 2nd April 2005.
Squadron Leader Paul Stewart McCarthy, Health Services Flight Pierce, 2nd April 2005. Flight Lieutenant Lynn Elizabeth Robot, Health Services Flight Townsville, 2nd April 2005. Petty Officer Stephen Craig Slattery, HMAS Peninsula, 2nd April 2005. Captain Mark Bingley, 171 Aviation Squadron, 29th November 2006. Trooper Joshua Nathan Noel Porter, Special Air Service Regiment, 29th November 2006. Private Ashley Arthur Baker, 2nd Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, 5th November 2007. Craftsman Beau Edward Prideaux, 8th Combat Service Support Battalion, 15th September 2011.